Welcome back to my Trek Madone 9 build. Since the last video, I've finished the bike and it is now fully functional. There wasn't a whole lot to finish. I essentially put on the front and rear derailleur and made a few cable adjustments and brake adjustments. This front and rear derailleur is the Shimano Dura-Ace 9000 front derailleur and 9000 rear derailleur. There is a few changes from the previous generation. One is a color change. I can't say that I really care for the new color. I like the old color. Interestingly, on the front derailleur, there's actually two significant changes. The first change, is very difficult to see in this video, but there is a small, there's the addition of a small adjustment screw in the very center there. You can barely make out the head of that screw. It's a silver, and that screw, when you turn it clockwise, it presses into the frame, and it helps to angle the front derailleur. It helps to maintain that angle in this sort of plane. Now, because that adjustment screw screws into the frame, Shimano provided a little protection. They actually provide a couple of these pieces of metal. One of them is slightly curved and one of them is flat, and you can use whichever one has a better contour to your frame. And on the rear side, it has a small adhesive. So you stick this on your frame, and the adjustment screw is what presses into that, and it protects your frame. Especially on a nice carbon frame, you need to protect it. The other big change is that this derailleur shipped with this little, I think they call it a judgment tool. It helps you to judge how the shift cable should be routed on the derailleur. You'll notice here on this, the shift cable goes up into this retention nut, and the retention nut actually has two positions. It's you can angle it pointing one way or angle it pointing the other way, and based on how you angle it, the entry angle for the shift cable is one way or the other. And in order to determine how that nut should be adjusted, they provide you with this tool and some instructions on how to use it. So actually, come to think of it, they did not provide any instructions on how to use this. I actually had to go to si.shimano.com and download the dealer manual in order to find out how to use this tool. So don't be one of those people that doesn't look at any of the instructions when you get a new derailleur and just slap it on there, because you're going to miss some important things and you might damage your frame. There was nothing significantly different about the rear derailleur. It was pretty straightforward. No extra adjustment screws or tools or anything like that. Oh, one more thing on the front derailleur. The front derailleur ships with this with the nut. This derailleur happens to be one for a braze-on bracket, and it ships with this little nut. And the Trek Madone 9 assembly instructions specifically say do not use this nut, and actually provide you with their own nut to use. So again, it's important to read the instructions. If you use this nut, you're likely to crack part of the carbon there. So I've been on this bike now probably 2-3 hours. I'm on the trainer and a little bit on the road. So far, I have to say that I love it. It's totally awesome. I hope you enjoyed these videos, and I hope they're somehow useful to you. Thanks for watching.